Well, I finally managed to get the car fixed, and the best thing about that is I did it myself, so I saved quite a bit of money there. So once again, I'm out and about, and today I decided to have a ride into Skegness, just have a little look round. Weather's not too bad. Yesterday were horrendous, it were constant winds all day long, but although it's still a little windy, it's nowhere bad as it were yesterday. So I think we can manage that bit of a walk and see what Skeggy looks like in 2024. Probably one of the first things that you see when you come into Skegness is that clock. That's where we'll start. Looks like they've put up some new archways down there as well. You see a big wheel. There's actually quite a few people around today. A little bit of crazy golf if you fancy. Looks like there's an aquarium over there as well. Not seen that before. And just over there there's Embassy Theatre. That's been here a long time. I might go down there and have a look, see what's on. I think for now we'll just have a little walk down this area. There's not a lot of people on beach, considering it's not a bad day. I think that wind's probably put them off. You can see Skegness Pier from this angle. And that big wheel that I won't go on for love nor money. I don't do rides. We will have a walk down to that pier though, very shortly. But for now, we'll make us way down towards sea. Hopefully it's not going to pick up too much wind noise. Well, I've come right down to where sea is. It looks like that's coming in at the moment. I don't know what that thing is there. Strange looking. It's very windy. The closer you get to the sea, the colder and windier it gets. Not sure at all what that is. If you know what that is, let me know in comments. I've got no idea. I did notice there's a couple of people actually swimming in sea. They're braver than I am, that's all I can say. Just having a closer look at this. And whatever it is, it's definitely seen better days. And that's the pier that you can see down there. We'll go and have a look at that shortly. So a little bit farther on, and we're now underneath pier. It's actually quite cool on this beach today, I'm surprised. But to see people actually swimming in that water, they are very brave. I can't do that. I can't even go on any rides because I just don't like them. But it doesn't stop us having a walk round and seeing what's happening. I'm going to get out this wind now. I think that's one of the biggest benefits of actually being in this area. There's loads and loads of different places to go, and you're always only a stone's throw away from the beach. That's got to be worth it. I've now remembered just how difficult it is to walk on sand. I'm a bit out of breath. I ain't even gone that far. But I do think it's definitely worth a walk out when weather's decent. We know before long it's going to be autumn and winter, and then we're going to be restricted. So I just say get out while you can, and we can get our steps in at the same time. Just taking a look over at top of that path that I'm walking down. Not a lot to see, but certainly quite a bit of graffiti. And over there we've got Premier Inn. Right, smack bang in centre of Skegness. I'll have to check their prices out because I might come and stay here for a few days over winter. It looks like this goes on for quite a way. It's a long time since I've been to Skegness. But if you do like a nice quiet walk, like I do, it's worth just coming down this end, away from hustle and bustle, away from arcades and chip shops. Just have a steady walk down here. Not sure how far I'm actually going to go, but it actually goes twice as far in other direction as well. We'll probably come back and explore that end of Skegness at some point. But it's certainly not a bad day to be out. It's amazing just how much warmer it is when you come up here. And not as windy either. I've just seen a sign to my left up these steps that says cycle lane. So I think I'm going to go down there and see where it goes. Just over there, I'm not sure if that's used anymore. We'll have a look anyway while we're here. We might be able to get onto main drag from here. But if there's an awkward place to walk, I'll guarantee I always find it. So this is the cycle lane. You don't see this on any other Skegness videos. People do tend to stick to centre. I just like the quiet parts. Also, parts that's really nice for a bit of a walk without being surrounded by hundreds of people. Let's take a look down here. Not really sure where this goes, but all paths lead somewhere. That's pretty good. They've got a bench right there for you to sit and relax. So that must be boating lake area. Gonna walk a bit farther in other direction, I think. Have a look, see where we end up. There's one thing that's probably worth mentioning, and that's when you park in Skegness, obviously you've got to pay. But if you go to Morrison's, you can park up in Morrison's for 2 to 3 hours and it's not a problem. And that's quite a long time to be doing what I'm doing, or anybody else. Just having a nice steady walk around at no extra cost. So let's head back down that way. I need to keep my eye on that clock though. I don't want to get a parking ticket. Cabbage white butterflies, we don't like them, since we grow quite a lot of vegetables right outside that caravan. That's the first one I've seen since we got here. So hopefully they're contained to towns and not in the middle of nowhere like we are. I can see Big Wheel from here. Maybe we can cut across at some point. Well, that path's just split off and that's where we were originally. So we'll head that way. Take a look up this side. Well, once again, another part of that boating lake. And there's a duck there with its little babies as well. In fact, there's quite a lot of ducks on this area. They're on the tiny little things. Sticking close by them, mum, to get that protection. They're definitely not shy, I'll say that. I think we'll cross this bridge and get back onto the main drag. I'm just going to cut through this edge. I think we can get back onto the main road from here. We've also got some quite nice gardens around here. Something else that you don't see much of on other vlogs. I'm going to just take a quick walk through. What have we got here? I just spotted this little castle looking thing. I'm not sure if you're supposed to go up there, but maybe I'll just do it anyway and see what happens. Right next to it, we've got a bowling green, and it's a shame that there's actually nobody here. It looks really well kept as well. It looks like we can't go up there after all. There's a gate at the top that's padlocked. So we'll go around, just find out what this place is. So this is basically the Skegness Bowling Club. Looks like we found a way back out onto the main road. That's King Arthur's Bar. Not seen that before either. It does look quite a nice place, to be fair. But once again, they're not busy at all. Nobody sat outside whatsoever, which is a real shame. I'm now heading back to the main part of Skegness. We've just got to Skegness Pier. We'll have a walk and see what it's like in there. Well, one thing it definitely is, it's pretty noisy. So now we're actually on pier itself. Alright, you'll definitely never catch me on. And we're back down steps. Just right outside at beach. I think we're going to have to start heading back now. We've only got 2 to 3 hours. We have been here quite a while already. Plenty of gift shops though, if you want to get something for the beach. And this is Funland. Definitely no fun for me. Not a lot of people in here, to be fair. We'll probably pick up a bit later on this afternoon. That is definitely a no-go area for me. And so's that. No, thank you. It looks like everything's kicked off all at the same time. I think that one's definitely worst. Frightening. And then we've got a pirate ship right down the other side. Anyway, definitely time I headed back now. I don't want to get a parking ticket. However, I always think that the log flume is worth a look. This one's called Wild River. Well, that's definitely my stop. So I'm off back now to car park. We aren't getting run over. So there we go. That's Skegness in 2024. And I do recognise a lot of things, but there is a couple of added extra bits as well. But it made for a really nice walk. Apart from that bit of wind, but I didn't let that spoil it for me. And it's also good that just across from the Skegness train station, you've got that Morrison's. So you can park up there for up to 3 hours and you don't have to pay for parking. So all in all, a nice bit of a walk today. And now we've got that car fixed, I'll probably take a trip back over to Mablethorpe because I've definitely not been there for a long time. And we'll see exactly what's changed in that area. So thank you so much for being part of the channel, really do appreciate it. And if you want to see where else we go and what else we do, then please hit that subscribe button, press that notifications bell, and I'll see you on the next one. Take care.